Alice, I'd like to pause for a second to recognize Mr. Flores of Texas and give him an opportunity to share his remarks on his bill, H.R. 2133.
Okay. Thank you, Chairman Winstrup and Ranking Member Takano. It's great to be back in this esteemed committee today. I'm here today to testify in support of my bill, H.R. 2133, the Servicemembers Choice and Transition Act. I introduced this legislation during the 113th Congress as the former chair of this subcommittee, and was pleased to see it pass through the subcommittee last Congress. The Servicemembers Choice and Transition Act is meant to enhance the Transition Assistance Program, or TAP, that was required for all separating service members in the Vow to Hire Heroes Act of 2011. TAP is a joint DOD, DOL, and VA program that provides training to service members about veterans benefits, job search skills, pre-separation counseling, resume writing, interview preparation, and other transition training. The bill would modify TAP to enable those leaving military service to attend the additional 2-day in-depth informational tracks that are currently optional. These 3 tracks cover career technical training, entrepreneurship opportunities, and access to higher education. As I said before, the Vow to Hire Heroes Act required mandatory attendance at TAP for all but a few service members. However, it is currently not mandatory for base commanders to allow service members to attend these 3 tracks. Unfortunately, by not requiring these tracks, DOD's model for TAP falls short in providing sufficiently detailed information for transitioning service members and preparing them for civilian life. The post-9/11 GI Bill, for example, is a very generous benefit and could be worth well over $250,000 to a veteran over 4 years. So it is important that the veteran is fully briefed on what that benefit can provide in the long run. Furthermore, if a veteran was planning to go to college and use their post-9/11 benefits, the education track would help them decide whether they are even ready for post-secondary education and or what school best fits their needs. If they are not ready for school, then the education track gives a veteran an opportunity to be briefed on how to get ready, on how to set their education or training goals, on how to find out what schools would best meet their education or training goal, and on how to complete the admissions process, and finally, how to finance their education or their training. The importance of educating transitioning service members before they use their GI Bill benefits was further highlighted and recommended to be mandatory for those who want to use their benefits in the recent 2015 Military Compensation and Retirement Modernization Commission report. I believe that H.R. 2133 and making the optional tracks mandatory would play an instrumental role in further filling the gap as service members transition from active duty to civilian life, while also giving the military services flexibility to meet those requirements. We owe it to our veterans to ensure that their transition into the workforce is as smooth as possible. By modifying the required contents of TAP, we are offering our service members alternative training paths to better suit their intentions and to provide them with the tools for successful transition into civilian life. Again, I want to thank the committee for the subcommittee for their time and support today. I also want to thank all the veteran service organizations that have shown support for this legislation in the past and today. And I urge passage of 2133, and I yield back.